Good morning, students. Today we will start the new chapter, that is magnetism. Before starting the chapter, you must know about the magnet. What is magnet? Magnet is a substance which can attract small piece of small pieces of iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. Iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. and always indicates north south direction, north south direction when suspended freely, is called a magnet. So magnet is a substance which can attract small pieces of iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. and always indicates north and south direction when suspended freely is called a magnet. Now, magnet is classified in two groups. One is natural magnet and another is artificial magnet. So there are two types of magnets. One is natural magnet and another is artificial magnet. Firstly, we know about the natural magnet. It is naturally occurring magnet. Naturally occurring magnet, and it comes in the form of iron oxide, that is Fe2O3, and previously it is named as lodestone. Sailors in the ancient period used this iron oxide to find the direction in the deep sea, and that's why the name obtained lodestone, and its meaning is pathfinder, that is wayfinder. Means in ancient period this iron oxide helped the sailors to find the direction in the sea, and that's why the name obtained lodestone. Now, properties of magnet. First one is directive property. Freely suspended magnet always align itself along north-south direction. This property is called directive property. Magnet can attract the magnetic substances. Magnetic substances are those substances which are attracted by magnet, like iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. And this property is called attractive property. This property is called attractive property. So these two are the major property of magnet. One is directive property, that is freely suspended magnet always align themselves in the north and south direction. It is directive property, and magnet can attract the magnetic substances like iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. and that is the attractive property. Apart from this property, magnet has several more properties are there. Like unlike poles attract each other and like poles repel each other. That means if you bring north and south pole of two magnets close to each other, you will see they repel each other. But if you bring two north poles or two south poles, one thing is there, that is if you bring two north poles closer to each other, there is a similar pole, they repel each other. And whereas if you bring a north pole and south pole close to each other, you see the attraction is taking place. That means like poles repel each other as well as unlike poles attract each other. Magnetic poles always exist in pairs. That means magnet has always two poles. Monopole magnet is not possible. Suppose you are given a bar magnet, it must contain north and south pole. And if you break it, you will get two pieces of magnet and each having individual north and south pole. That indicates that monopole magnet is not possible. Magnetic strength is maximum at poles and minimum at middle. As we go middle to the bar magnet, magnetic pole goes on decreasing and it is maximum at the polar region. One more thing, repulsion is the surer test of magnetism. Why it is do so? Suppose the two substances are brought closer to each other and they attract each. That maybe the attracting substances are magnet and magnetic substance or opposite poles of the magnet. So we can't sure whether both of them are magnet. But if the repulsion is taking place, then we surely indicate that both the substances are magnet because repulsion is taking place between the similar poles only. And that's why it is said that repulsion is a surer test of magnetism. Now representation of uniform magnetic field. Before discussing this, you must know about the magnetic field. Magnetic field is what? It is the region around the magnet within which its influence can be experienced. Its influence can be experienced means it is a place around a magnet within which if you keep another magnet or magnetic substance, then that will experience a force on it. So that region within which a magnet is active is called magnetic field of that magnet. Magnetic field is represented by B. It is a vector quantity, means it has magnitude as well as the direction. So the magnetic force F divided by pole strength Qm, that should be equal to the magnetic field B. So magnetic field B is equal to F by Qm. F हो गया force experienced by the magnet and Qm is the pole strength. Okay. SI unit of magnetic field is Tesla. SI unit of magnetic field is Tesla and CGS unit is Gauss. 1 Tesla is equal to 10 to the power 4 Gauss. Now, which magnetic field is said to be uniform? Magnetic field is said to be uniform when at every point strength of the magnet is same and its direction is same. In that case, we can consider the magnetic field as uniform magnetic field. Now we want to represent the uniform magnetic field. That can be represented by three ways. If magnetic field lines are represented by the equidistant parallel lines, that indicates that magnetic fields are parallel. If magnetic field lines are represented by equidistant dots, that indicates that magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of paper and directed outward. That means here it is given uniform magnetic field perpendicular to the plane of paper and emerging out the plane of paper. Emerging out means it is directed outwards. And if the uniform magnetic field is represented by equidistant cross, that indicates that the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of paper and directed inwards. And these are the different types of representation of uniform magnetic field. Now, say current loop is also considered as a magnetic dipole. So, before discussing how current loop is acting as a magnetic dipole, we first know about the magnetic dipole. See, di means two, and magnetic dipole, it is the arrangement of two equal and opposite poles separated by a small distance. Let us consider this diagram. It is a diagram of a bar magnet. It has individual north and south pole. And this north and south pole is placed at a distance of 12, and this 12 is considered as the magnetic length. Magnetic length is 2 some less than the actual length or geographical length. So, magnetic dipole is arrangement of two equal and opposite poles separated by a distance. And dipole moment, it is denoted by capital M. Dipole moment is equal to pole strength, that is Qm, into distance between them, that is 12. This is the mathematical formula of dipole moment. M equal to Qm into 12. Qm is the pole strength and 12 is the magnetic length, and M is dipole moment. So, SI unit of pole strength, that is Qm, it is ampere meter. Okay, so SI unit of dipole moment M is equal to Qm, that is ampere meter into distance meter. So, what will be the SI unit of magnetic dipole? That is ampere meter square. This is the SI unit of dipole moment. Dipole moment is a vector quantity. Dipole moment is a vector quantity. Now, we discuss about the current loop as a magnetic dipole in dipole moment. When we look into at one side of the loop carrying current, and if the current is anti-clockwise, then loop behaves like magnetic north pole. Means if the direction of current is anti-clockwise, then it gives a north pole, and if the current is clockwise, then it is indicating south pole. So, since the current loop at one time acts as a north pole and another time acts as a south pole, so we can say that current loop is acting like a magnetic dipole and it has a definite dipole moment. Current loop, current carrying solenoid also acts as a bar magnet, and its two end acting like a south pole and another end acting like a north pole. So, solenoid is also acting like a bar magnet. We already deal about the magnetic dipole and dipole moment. Now, Coulomb's law in magnetism. Coulomb's law in magnetism states that Force of attraction or repulsion between two magnetic poles is directly proportional to the product of their pole strength and inversely proportional to the square between them, distance of the square of the distance. So by combining, you can write the Coulomb's law in this form: F equal to K m1 m2 by r square. Value of K is mu naught by 4 pi. And this is Coulomb's law in magnetism. Today is this much. In the next class, we will deal about the next topic. Till then, goodbye.